Hello, this is Marshea Mayfield, the owner of Financial Services Plus, and I wanted to just drop in, as you already know, really quickly. I try to make sure that any information that I bring to you guys is very easy to understand and straight to the point so that you can actually take action today on what I'm sharing with you all. So again, I'm the owner of Financial Services Plus. I help beauty industry leaders make and maintain multiple six figures. And so the purpose and the reason for this particular training today is, of course, it's always several conversations that I've had with prospects or either clients of mine, and it gives me the idea that I think that maybe it's more people that would like additional information in this area. And so what it is today I want to talk to you about really briefly is about LLCs. I've seen so many people not fully understand the purpose of an LLC and how to maintain their LLC and the benefits of the LLC. So I wanted to come to you and just share some information to enlighten you. Always remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please always comment, always send me a message, always text me, however it is that you would like to communicate. You can find me on any social media platforms. I am here to serve and support you guys in the industry. So I'm really excited about that. So let's just jump right in. An LLC is a limited liability company. So to be very clear, guys, is that a LLC is not a corporation. Okay, so when you have an LLC, your assets, your personal assets are protected. Don't get me wrong, your assets are protected, but you are not operating as a corporation. You're operating as a company, okay? So I'll go into that a little later. All right, so I got my notes here because I don't want to get sidetracked, and I know that I will. So one of the first things I want you to know is when you apply for your LLC, you do this through the Secretary of State, your particular state that you live in, okay? And so you register your business name. And you make sure, of course, first that it is available for you to register. And so once you register it, this is the conversation that I've had actually this week, is that I get on the phone with a person, I ask, do you have your LLC? And they say, oh yes, I have my LLC. And I ask, when was the last time you renewed your LLC? Well, that's the problem. And they see, most times they say, well, I set it up, 2 or 3 years ago. I was like, okay, when was the last time you renewed your LLC? And most time, guys, once the person set up the LLC, they do not go back to renew it annually. So this is what I want to mention to you guys. You may think you are protected. You may think that you still have an accurate LLC on file with your state. And it's not if you haven't went in to renew it and to pay your annual fee. Now, keep in mind that each state does changes. So your state may be annually or every 2 years to make your renewal fee. So what I advise you to do is to contact your state and to find out what are those, what fees do you owe, how much you pay, and when do you pay, okay? So again, off script here, so let me make sure I'm going down the script completely. So the first thing I guess I would say is, what is an LLC and what's the purpose and the benefit of an LLC? As I said earlier, the LLC is a limited liability company, and it protects your personal assets. Versus as a sole proprietor, if you are sued, if you're in a lawsuit, or if you have a major debt and a debt collector try to come after your personal things, your personal belongings, your LLC protects you from being sued from your personal assets. They can only then sue the company. So let's just say if the company is worth, let's just say your net worth, your personal net worth, mean your home, your vehicles, land and real estate that you have may be worth $1 million. But your business, because you're just started, may be only worth $200,000 or $300,000. So with your LLC, guys, they cannot take your million. They can only get assets to the $200,000 or $300,000 that you own, that the business owns, that the LLC owns. Okay. So again, you want to make sure that you are protected in that way. So I advise every business owner to at least be an LLC. Now, if you feel that you should be changing to a corporation because you're in a higher pay grade, you're making more money, your business has excelled and is growing, then I encourage you to let's move up to the next level. And we can have that conversation if you guys are wondering, like, Marshea, is it time for me to change to a corporation versus an LLC? Okay, so let's stay on track. So my notes here say, so how to create your LLC if you don't currently have one. Again, I said that to contact your Secretary of State or call me, and we can assist you guys with getting an LLC done. Some of the states are fairly simple. Some of them are highly complex, and I will be completely honest with you on that. Also, you want to file your orders for file articles of organization with the Secretary of State. That's your paperwork that you have to do. And you'll receive a certificate. After you receive your certificate, then you want to apply for your EIN number. This is very important. Make sure that your EIN number is exactly what's on your certificate from the Secretary of State, okay? It cannot be different, guys. And reason is because when you go to the bank, open up your business bank account, if any of those numbers or the name is not correct or is not accurate or exact as it is on your certificate, then a lot of times the bank will not honor your EIN number, and it's extremely hard and difficult to change your EIN number. It's an act of Congress. It's possible, but it's difficult, okay? So if you're having that problem and do need to amend your EIN number, again, you can reach out to us to support you with that as well. Staying on task here, because that was not on my notes, is how do you avoid dissolution of your LLC? So as I was saying earlier when I started this call, is that a lot of people, once you start your LLC, and if you don't go back to renew it yearly or every other year, whatever your state requires, then the state automatically dissolve your business. So you're no longer protected, okay? So to prevent that is, you want to contact them, see what your payment is, your annual payment is, or your, however your state is. Make sure you make those payments, make sure you complete that paperwork, and keep it accurate yearly, okay? So each state fees are different, okay? So I cannot say Mississippi is $50, which is extremely cheap. Some states are $800. So it go from $50, guys, to up to $800, depending on your state, okay? Filing requirements. Some states require a lot of paperwork, and as I said earlier, and some do not. Some states, and make sure you note this, some states require a statement of information. This is a different form, a little bit different from your articles of an organization. Now, I know California for sure requires this statement of information. And if you don't submit this, guys, it's not, your LLC is not 100% accurate, okay? So again, you need to make sure and ensure, this is one reason why you want to have a professional to make sure that you're not missing any type of documentation that needs to be submitted. Because with California, once you do your LLC, you have, I can't remember the exact number of days. It may be 90 days, I think, to submit your statement of information. And if you don't submit that, then you lose your articles of organization. Yeah, with your state, okay? So again, make sure you need to make sure. Now you got some states are just super easy. Ohio, Delaware, South Carolina, Mississippi, guys. Those states are very simple. They don't require a lot. But Texas, California, for sure, I know. Tennessee is not really difficult, but it's challenging. So again, some are very simple, some are not. Some are not. Okay, so what goes on a statement of information? Basically, it's just your name, your federal identification number. That's what you got, your EIN number from the Internal Revenue Services. Remember to create that when you apply for your LLC, excuse me. Your business location, the purpose of your business, the LLC owners, because some owners, sometimes as an LLC, you may have a single member LLC or you may have many members. Okay, so the owners, if you have more than one, will go in your LLC. Also, let me just add this in here, guys. There is a such thing called an LLP. That is a limited liability partnership. And what I've seen is in this industry, guys, is that some of you guys are operating as a partnership, but you don't have the proper legal documentation. You're just saying, hey, we're partners, we run this business together, guys. And if something happened legally, then you all would not be protected, okay? So, and again, even when it comes down to filing taxes, if you're not operating honestly as a partnership should, then you're creating and exposing yourself to other tax liabilities that could be put on one person versus the other because you're not set up as a partnership. So one person may have to take on the full debt or the full liability of the company because, again, the paperwork is not right. So if that's you, let's have a conversation. Let's get that straight. Statement of information, that's what I was going over. So that's why I have notes, because I think about another thing to share with you guys and I go off track. So let me go back here. What goes on a statement of information? Names of those authorized to sign your documents, of course, that's the owners, and name of your registered agents. And so again, a lot of times my company use me as a registered agent on their LLCs, because that means the company, the Secretary of State, will contact my firm if they have any questions or comments or concerns about your LLC, and we speak and represent on your behalf. Some people use their own names. It's no right or wrong. You just want to have somebody that's going to be available and knowledgeable about what it is that they need to support you. Now, I think I said this before, but I'm going to repeat it again. Your annual fee filing deadlines. You need to make sure that you are aware of your dates that your payments are due. Because again, if it's not paid on time, if it's not filed on time, then guys, the state will dissolve your LLC. You would think you got an LLC. You be out there putting it out there like, I'm an LLC and this and that, and you are not. So again, I do hope this information was supportive to you. I do hope it helped you. If you need our support, we are available. Again, just click like. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you have anything that you would like to see for us to share in more detail, please let me know, because we are here to support you guys. As I said earlier, my job is to help you to make and maintain multiple six figures in your business. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful day.